Unified means coming together as one, being friends with people and including people for who they really are.
Unified is a group of people coming together to just have fun, hang out, make new friends, play sports.
Unified is the creation of a community, a group that's focused on making connections at school and sports.
Unified is one of the best things that's happened to Orono High School.
Unified Schools is a program that Special Olympics Minnesota offers. The goal of the program is to instill acceptance and inclusion into schools, specifically for people with disabilities. The Unified Schools program is made up of 3 components. The first one is youth leadership and advocacy.
We have our Unified Club, which is over 100 people this year.
The second one is Unified Sports.
Basketball, track, flag football, bowling.
And the third one is whole school engagement.
Our favorite one in the school is Spread the Word to End the Word, which is a big, huge poster that says respect.
Everyone can come up and sign and pledge their name to stop using the R word.
We found that through these 3 components, it really brings everyone together for a common goal of spreading inclusion and acceptance in their school.
Here at Orono, it is who we are.
Mark Wilson is one of the partners in Unified Special Olympics. He's one of the amazing friends that I have.
Kira is one of our star athletes in our Unified Club. I look up to Kira. She is the equivalent to the Energizer Bunny. When you see Kira, you just know she's gonna have a smile on her face and you know she's gonna be laughing and joking around with you, giving her 100% at everything. She's just a great person to have in our program.
They love the friendships that they've made and the connections that they've made.
Michelle Swenson has kind of been the anchor for the kids and for her colleagues.
They call her Miss Swenson, but once you get to know her, you just call her Swen. We go into her math room during snack break and we just chill there, and we bring like more people in there because we're just like talking about random stuff and people want to come in and see what we're all about.
They just interact together and joke around, ask, hey, how's the day going? What are you doing tonight? Or have a good weekend. Are you excited for Unified practice tonight? Seeing how much it has changed the kids and how much they learn and grow is amazing.
I'm involved with primarily the Unified Club this year.
We have the sports team section, we have the fundraisers.
It's student-led. We go over all the upcoming events that we're doing, which include the polar plunge, getting to dive in the lake. I mean, I don't think there's anything more Minnesotan than that.
Yeah, it's shocking.
The Unified Dance Marathon. We get to dance and play games. We go out and do events against other schools that have teams.
Orono High School hosted a Unified track and field event. They showcased their skills through a 100-meter dash, running long jump, shot put.
Getting to see them smile and compete and have fun, it's just really heartwarming.
Sports breaks down those barriers and is the catalyst for inclusion.
Stand in the hall at Orono High School. You will see the athletes saying hi. You'll see them give each other a hug.
Everybody who knows Special Olympics and knows that you're on the Special Olympics team say hi to you, walk with you to your class.
You just get that feeling, that one little high five, that one fist bump, that one hello in the hallway. It really just makes their day better.
The cafeteria is kind of one of those places where you could tell a lot about a school and the way that students interact. I've observed a big shift in our lunchroom, and that it used to be you would have a group of athletes sitting at a table.
And everybody else ate in the surrounding tables. That first year that we started adding more groups to our program, a group of football players sat at that table with those kids. The other grades saw that, and now it's just something that has just kept going.
Athletes and partners and their friends at times, all eating lunch together, joking, laughing.
That has grown to including them in hallway discussions when they pass, to interacting with them at snack break. All of those things have happened just from that one little, I'm gonna sit here today at lunch and have lunch with them.
I definitely have observed a cultural shift over time. And it really, I think, began with the creation of the Unified Sports teams. It starts on the sports field, but then pretty soon we had athletes and partners marching in our homecoming parade together. Then they're going to the homecoming dance together.
There was a group that came up to me and asked, do you think it would be okay if we asked kids to go to the homecoming dance? And I said, well, what kids do you want to ask to the homecoming dance? Well, the athletes.
So they bring out this huge banner that's like, will you tackle homecoming with us? And we're like, sure.
One of the parents hosted the dinner for them and they loved it. The following year, a different group of seniors came up and said, hey, what do we need to do to get these kids to go to homecoming with us?
The Unified Schools program has really changed mindsets of not only special education students, but also general education students towards seeing people for their abilities rather than disabilities.
Over the last 3 years, and we've grown from very few schools to participating to over 175 schools involved in one way, shape, or form.
We need to get like the whole entire world involved, or the whole entire state of Minnesota to get involved.
As this starts to get more and more momentum, you're seeing a real change in school atmosphere, school culture. The Unified School program will continue well beyond the years after somebody graduates. These kids are going to be the leaders of tomorrow.
I want to make sure that the kids that leave here are more informed about students with disabilities and have interactions with them and realize that these kids are awesome and they're amazing.
I hope they all continue doing Special Olympics in college and beyond, but I think it's bigger than that. That inclusion then becomes, really about all groups that get excluded in society.
This has shown me what these kids are capable of.
Thank you for having an amazing team. Thank you for supporting us, and just stay awesome.